Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an M44, it's the Tier 6 American SPG, and it's located on the northwest spawn of Fjords. And this one belongs to Burntbear, it's under his command, and it says "Welcome to Hell" on the side of the vehicle. And I think you can see a kangaroo there as well, and that's because Burntbear is Australian. Okay, now carefully moving across the bridge, lining himself up. Now I actually had to have words with Wargaming about this bridge because I actually fell off it once after they did version 1.0. Admittedly I was driving an SU-14-1 when it happened, but it was just too narrow, and the SU-14-1 is very wide, and I actually managed to fall off the bridge into the water and drowned. Wargaming adjusted the bridge, I think, and made it slightly wider to stop so many deaths, because there was a lot of fatalities down to that bridge being so narrow. Okay, he's moved into his firing position in the bushes on this river crossing, and he's looking for a target. Pre-aiming. He's got a 16.8 second reload. He's having a look around that pass area. He's got a red line there. Oh, there's one of the enemy right now. It's a Leo. It's a tier 7 Swedish medium. Round out. Goes long. He's adjusted to battle assistant. Reloading. The reload on the M44 is so quick. It makes it very, very much more fun to attack the enemy. Oh, it looks like he got a hit there. Or did he? No, that's somebody else got a hit there. His round falls just short of the target. Now he's got a red line there, so he wouldn't be able to hit the KV2. There's some obstruction in the way. And he's having a look to see if he can get the KV3. No. There is a narrow gap there that he could shoot. There's a T-3485M, the Tier 6 Premium. Round out. Lands next door to him for 200 hit points. That's a very good shot. Of course, the side armor on the T-34 is a lot weaker. And so when he landed the shell at the side, it actually hit the weaker armor on the side, did a lot more damage. Okay, the KV2's in the open, and he takes a big hit. 192 hit points. Now, he had strong armor, but it actually went into the side of him. That Leo's pulling back, he's gone. Okay, oh, it's the Hellcat and the T-3485. That's the non-premium version. Oh, whack into the Hellcat's got very weak armor. 537 hit points of damage from one shot is a fantastic shot. That Hellcat is all but useless now. He's a one shot for anybody who can hit him. Now we've got a Striv M4257. That's the Swedish Premium. And he's hovering around that rock face area. Now the rock is a bit of a problem. It's causing a red line. But it can hit the KV2 just... It's going to be a splash hit if he does. He fires the round in, and he does get a splash. 8 hit points. So it doesn't help any tank that says, oh, I'm going to hide behind the rock so you can't see me and can't shoot at me. Because we'll just fire to the side of the rock and put the round in there and splash you with damage. Just as he splash damaged the T-3485. Okay, Striv M42. We've got a red line. Now we've got a green line. Now we can probably splash him here. Round out. Yes! 127 hit points to splash. That's very good. Again, that Tier 6 Swedish Premium with the autoloader is now a one-shot for anybody who can touch him. Now, just moving a little, changing his position. Going to try and get a shot on that Striv again. See if he can finish him off. Doesn't need to. He was taken out by our Leo. Now, he's going back to where the Hellcat was last seen. He hasn't been seen since, but he's probably still hiding behind that rock. He's just adjusting his position a little, trying to work out where he is. Now the M44, it's actually based on the chassis of the Walker Bulldog, the M41, and they built it during the Korean War, so it's actually 250 of them were produced. In fact, actually some books say that more than 250 were produced. But a lot was sold to the Turkish army, and they're still actually in use. They're still in their inventory. And the score being 5-1, Burntbear's moving up and he's adjusting his position. Now he's going to fire on the enemy tanks defending the pass to the south. And he can hit that T-150 in the rear. Fires around in. Oh, beautiful shot right into his armor at the rear. 129. That was a direct hit. And he can keep doing that all day until that T-150 is down. And T-150 realizes the problem he's in. He is in grave danger. Round out again. This time it splashes him for 101. Just goes long. But the T-150 must realize he's got to get into cover. If he stays where he is, he's dead. He's turned around. He's firing to the north, but he's gone down. Right, now we're going to have fun with these tanks in the pass. AMX M449. That's the premium version, I think. And he gets 199 hits. And he actually stuns all three tanks, the Centurion and the KV-3. And the KV-3 goes down to the OI's gun. Now that M449 needs to move up, because if he doesn't, he's going to get a shell in his rear as well. And this time it hits the Centurion for 210 and splashes the M449 for 2 hit points. The Centurion's a one-shot. It appears there's also a VK in there as well. So this is a 3-shot. Can he get all 3? No, well he does this time. He damages all 3 simultaneously, and they're all stunned. And this is great for the VK and the OI on his team, because they can just sit back and watch as the Arty shells rain in. And here they come. And another one. This time he gets the VK3001P. And the AMX M449's taken out by our OI. Derped into non-existence. Now, is that a T-3485 on his side? Well, it looks like it is. And the T-34-100 actually is... it was a T-34-100. Has actually crashed. It looks like the enemy had a tank on its side, and our tank went in to try and jump on him and crashed and died. Okay, now there's still got one dangerous enemy, and that's an Su-122-44. That's a tier 6, or is it tier 7? I think it's tier 7. Yes, it is tier 7 Soviet TD. And he's doing a lot of damage. He's just taken out our Hellcat. And he's moving into the town area. Now Burntbear's heading south again. He's instead of going down the hill road on the other side of the cliffs, he's actually moving to a position where he can support the team. The Su-122 just took a massive hit there. Now can he get a shot? Extending his aim, looking for the Su-122. Oh, he's on the higher area. And it looks like that IS is on his side. And the Su-122 goes down. He's taken out by the T-26E4. And that wins the game. Yes, that IS was on his side. Oh, dear me. So let's have a look at the end of battle results. And it's an ace tanker for Burntbear in the M44. He also picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 15. And he also got a Confederate because he hit more of the enemy than anyone else. At least 6 tanks subsequently taken out by other teammates. And you can see the devastation there to the enemy. So let's have a look at the team scores. Well, he didn't get the highest amount of damage. That went to the OI. He got 200 hit points more in damage than Burntbear, and that's why he picked up the highest score on his team. But actually, the high caliber went to the Su-122, funnily enough. But he didn't get it. It didn't actually... he wasn't awarded the high caliber, and I can't see any... team damage, so it must be that he didn't get 20% of the enemy hit points, so maybe that's the reason why he didn't get awarded it. But 2,077 hit points of damage for Burntbear. He managed to get 1 kill, which puts him joint 4th on his own team, because the highest scorer was the Leo, then the IKV, then the T-26E4, and then of course Burntbear with the rest of the team. The highest scorer on the enemy team was the Su-122-44, and he picked up quite a few of those kills right at the end of the game. Of course they were weakened tanks that he was hitting, but he was one-shotting them out, and he did take out our Hellcat towards the end. But all the same, it's still pretty good result. And let's have a look at base XP. Well, it's the OI that's got the highest amount, 1,296. And that's probably an Ace Tanker. And Burntbear also picked up an Ace Tanker 1253 from that battle. And again, the reason for that is obviously he's hitting higher tier opponents and doing a lot of damage to them, and that's why he picked up more XP on that battle. So let's have a look at detail report. Well, he only fired 13 rounds, got 6 direct hits, 6 penetration and 11 splash. Damage of 2,077 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. He hit 9 of the enemy, that's 3/5 of the enemy team, and he killed only 1 of them. But he did do stun assistance damage of 1,504 hit points off 16 stuns, and that may have contributed to the fact that he got the Ace Tanker, because he did a lot of assistance damage to his teammates. So he earned 53,837 XP credits on a premium account, and after ammunition resupply, and the ammunition's fairly cheap for the M44, he actually took away 47,272 credits overall, and he received 1,880 XP times 2 for the first victory of the day, so he took away 3,760 XP. So a fantastic battle there by Burntbear, and a really good round. So congratulations on your Ace Tanker and your Confederate. And I'd also like to thank Burntbear because he very kindly sent me a very beautiful book about the First World War tank, the A7V, which was captured by the Australian troops, and that tank was called Mephisto, and it's a beautifully illustrated book about this, the only sole remaining A7V in the world, the authentic tank. There are many A7V mock-ups which were created later on, but the Australian one is the only one built by the Germans during the war and used by them in the conflict and captured by the Australians. So thank you very much indeed to Burntbear for sending me a copy of that book, because I'll be watching it, reading it, and I can already tell you I've been through some of it already, and it's a fantastic story, well worth getting hold of. And if you do go to Australia, you can go to the museum in Brisbane and actually see the A7V for yourself. It's an amazing tank. It wasn't a very good tank for the Germans, because obviously it didn't stand up well against the British Mark IVs, but it is an amazing story considering the Australians captured this tank during a battle when they were under fire by the Germans. In fact, the Germans were trying to gas them on the battlefield, and they rescued this tank and towed it out of the battlefield using British Mark IV tanks. And as soon as they captured it, then it was examined by the British forces and the Allied forces, and then shipped to Australia because it was a prize of war. So fantastic. Thank you very much indeed for that book, Burntbear. Much appreciated. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.